William told himself it was the last time. He had promised himself that he would quit, that he would find a way to stop the endless cycle of watching adult movies and then feeling guilty and ashamed afterwards. But here he was again, staring at the screen, feeling the familiar rush of excitement and arousal, but also the weight of shame and self-doubt. As a 30-year-old man, William thought he had things together. He had a good job, a nice apartment, and a few close friends. But there was this one part of his life that he couldn't seem to control, this one thing that kept pulling him back into its grip. William had been watching adult movies for as long as he could remember. It started innocently enough, just a way to discover what turns him on and find new things to enjoy. But over time, it had become something more. He found himself spending more and more time watching and seeking out new content, even when he knew it was taking a toll on his mental and emotional health. He had tried to quit before. He had gone through periods of abstinence, of deleting all his saved content, of avoiding anything that might trigger his desire to watch, but it never lasted. He always found himself slipping back into old habits, unable to resist the lure of the screen and the fantasy world it presented. William was worried. He was worried that his addiction to adult movies was getting worse, that he was losing control over his behavior, and that it was only a matter of time before things spiraled out of control. He didn't know what to do. He felt trapped, caught in a cycle of addiction that he didn't know how to break. He knew he needed help, but he didn't know who to turn to or even where to start. All he could do was sit there staring at the screen, feeling more alone and helpless than ever before. Maybe you can relate to his story. So here are practical tips to finally end this addiction.